Hey everybody, welcome back to the Matthew Reads Books YouTube channel. Sorry for being gone for so long. I just kind of stopped making videos. The reason is, truly, I make videos for TikTok and Instagram a lot, and there's just a lot of friction to creating YouTube videos when it comes to getting everything set up. So, sorry. I want to do something a little bit more casual here on the channel. The other two videos that I have out so far it's the same camera, but I had my mic set up and everything was just very edited, and I kind of don't want to do that. So I want to do more of a conversational style video. So that's what this is. The book, what? The idea came from Books Are Sick. Nick from Books Are Sick is awesome. He does this like weekly check-in, and I know a lot of other channels do that too. So that's really what this is gonna serve as. It's probably gonna be Friday to Friday or Saturday to Saturday. I'm not positive yet, but I think it'll be fun and a good way to kind of let you guys know what's going on, even in my personal life, as well as what I'm reading, goals for the channel or the other social media platforms that I'm on. Interesting stuff that's happened or that I've seen, and book hauls, obviously, because I do a lot of those. So I want to start actually with what I'm reading right now. I have a lot of books on my desk, sorry. What I'm reading right now is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. Now, I am really enjoying this book. I started it when I was on vacation, and it took me a second to get into. I was busy on vacation, so I maybe wasn't the right time to start like an epic fantasy series, but there are so many characters and points of view, and just stuff that like I don't know about the story and about the world that this is taking place in, that there's a lot of brain power that goes into reading it, which I love. Generally I do love that, and I have loved it up until this point in the book, but it did take me a second to get into. That being said, the characters are very interesting, and I really don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's happening, why it's happening, and I love that. I love a book where I go into it blind and I have no idea what's going on. So this is a great one for me. I think that Jemisin's writing is really interesting too, because it seems like she plays a lot with perspective, different points of view, which I love. I love when books have different points of views. Thank you, Expanse. But I think it's really interesting so far, so I will let you guys know once I finish it up. And once I do finish it up, I am then going to, where did it go? I'm going to jump into a series that I had read the first book of, and then kind of put on hold for a while because I didn't love the first book. Don't hate me. The Well of Ascension from the Mistborn trilogy. The first Mistborn book I thought was good. I did not love it as much as I thought I was going to love it, and that was a bummer for me. Being on the internet as long as I've been on the internet, even before I was a reader at all, you heard about Brandon Sanderson and how good his books were, and to not like it, I kind of felt like a poser. No, let me rephrase that. To not love it, I did like it. To not love it, I kind of felt like a poser. But I have heard, encouragingly, that this book is a little different than the first one, and that other people agree with me about my issue with the first book, which was the pacing. I thought the pacing was just a little weird. I think that the Allomancy magic system is so cool. Like, I think that it's one of the best magic systems I've read, and I am really excited to see what they do with that. But my main gripe with the first book was the pacing. Vin is cool. I like Vin. I liked the characters in the first book, some more than others, but I never really developed like a connection with them. Insofar as like I wanted to know what happened. I kind of just was ambivalent to them. I feel like the camera is like focusing and refocusing. Is it because my hand goes in front of my face? I don't know. It'll be fine. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now as far as reading goes. And let me do this. I was gonna do something else, but I want to do my book haul of the week. I bought more books than this recently, but this is just the three from the last week. So one of the books that I got in my most recent book haul was Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Now, Neil Gaiman is an author that I have read a little bit of. I've read 2 books by him. Norse Mythology and The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I really, really liked both those. Norse Mythology was amazing, but Ocean at the End of the Lane was phenomenal. I loved the writing style, and I really thought that it captured a very interesting feeling of like nostalgia and like childhood wonder that I really just loved. So I was talking to a coworker at my previous job, and he said that this was his favorite book ever. So I picked it up on his recommendation, as well as I want to read more Neil Gaiman. So I'm really excited about this one. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I am excited to read it. And then a classic of sci-fi, Hyperion. I've heard a lot about this. I've actually gone to this specific bookstore that I bought this at 5 different times to try and find this book, and they never have it. So they had it, I had to buy it. There was no way I was leaving without it because I had only seen it at like Barnes & Noble. I don't love buying books new. I prefer to buy secondhand if I can. And if I buy new, I'll buy from like, there's a local bookstore in our area called Carmichael's. So I'll normally buy from them if I buy new books. So I haven't bought it up until now. So I'm very excited to get to it. I don't know a whole lot about it, and I also don't know a whole lot about the series as a whole. I don't know if the other 2 books are like as well loved as the first one. But we'll see, I guess. And then the 3rd book that I got on this same haul, and let me tell you before I show you, the cover is bad. I hate the cover of this book. 1, it's a movie tie-in. 2, it's got real people on it, which obviously, and just like the icing on the cake is the deckled edges. I think that's what it's called, deckled edges. I don't like deckled edges. Anyway, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. Now, I bought this book. The next day I started reading it, and I also finished it that day. So I read it effectively in 1 sitting. I loved this. I think that, I wrote a Medium article about this, and the title I was like spooky sci-fi done right. So I think that there's a lot here to like. If you're somebody who likes a sci-fi story that's kind of driven by curiosity, human interest, and a very real sense of urgency, that you'll love this thing. I think that the author, Jeff Vandermeer, does an amazing job of, right from the jump, setting up this very creepy, eerie atmosphere. Almost makes you feel like you're being followed. Very much a look over your shoulder kind of deal. This is raspberry tea, and it is so good. Sometimes I won't have a drink, I'm sure, but I wanted to have it just because I like to have a drink when I talk. So that's books. Personal stuff. I got cast in a production of Cinderella, where I'm playing the prince. That's been so fun so far. That's been kind of all I've been doing when I have free time, is just going through my script. So I'm hoping to finish up 5th season sometime on the weekend. But I don't know if that will, because we have rehearsals and stuff, so I don't know how that will go. Other than that, that's kind of all I got. Oh, we did just recently hit 1,600 followers on TikTok. Hopefully, we'll see if it is around in a couple months. Whatever. And I'm about to hit 1,300 on Instagram, on Bookstagram. So if you're coming over here from one of those places, thank you so much. If you're here and you want to follow me there, that would also be awesome. I would really like to have these all kind of be interconnected in some way. But yeah, so that's all I got for you. Like I said, weekly, I'm going to try to do these either Friday to Friday or Saturday to Saturday. I don't really know yet. It'll kind of depend on scheduling. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.